Well, hey there, friends. Welcome to Tuesdays at 12. I won't be before you long. If you're new here, thank you for joining yours truly. My name is Andrieka J. I go by Coach AJ. I show up here for life coaches who are interested in becoming certified online in one day with me and my company, the International Center for Life Coach Training. If we've never met before, again, hello and welcome. I often jump on to share tips for life coaches who are aspiring to become coaches. If you have never heard my story, I often talk about how I went from a divorce and the death of my mother on the same day, dealing with homelessness and the downsizing of my corporate career, dropping out of college, and then deciding, you know what, I want to take my destiny into my own hands. So I've dedicated the last 7 years to the life coach certification. I am a professional trainer in the process of getting a master's degree in life coaching. I'm so excited about that, but I'm definitely at a doctorate level in the life coaching certification and training industry. I've been doing this since 2016 and have successfully certified over 120 life coaches around the world. Here in North America, the Cayman Islands, we have some people who have participated in other trainings that I've done in Malaysia, Kenya, East Africa, and Australia. I'll try to remember it all, but I can't because we're expanding and it's so exciting. Want to join us? Head over to thelifecoachquiz.com. That's www.thelifecoachquiz.com. If you're live here with me on Facebook, I'm dropping it in the comments as we speak. It's www.thelifecoachquiz.com. I'm going to pin that there for you so that you can go there, enter your email address. It takes 60 seconds, okay? Enter your email address there and select the statement. It's 3 statements there. They're true. I know today's topic is about lies of life coaching, but we're talking truths for you at thelifecoachquiz.com. Select the quiz statement that is most true to you. It hits home, it speaks to your heart. And at the end of those 60 seconds, you get a result. And your result is going to tell you whether you're in the stage you think you're in as becoming a certified life coach. I won't cheat and tell you the answers. Just come back and tell me what your answer is in the comments below, okay? So I mentioned to you that we've certified coaches around the world, over 120 of those now, and more climbing. I have some exciting news coming up for those of you who do want to become a part of that 120. It helped me reach my goal of at least 200 in the year 2020. And so what I love is that I've decided to design my own curriculum, teaching you what I call the coaching essentials, meaning I took out the fluff. I took out outdated information that doesn't apply to the modern day life coaching industry, like how to get clients on social media, things that didn't exist when life coaching first came around in the early 90s. Now, there's nothing wrong with going back to your roots, learning your history, learning where you came from. That is all important for you building a solid foundation as a life coach, as a human being. What I love is how I'm able to take what I do here with a Facebook Live, with sharing this on multiple platforms, with educating people online about life coaching. I take the life coaching industry and make it practical and modern for you. And it's not confusing. It's very easy. It's not overwhelming. It's not too much information. And again, it's the truth. It's believable. It's not theory. It's not just a whole lot of information. And it's not something that I made up. So because we have the design curriculum, because we have thelifecoachquiz.com, this is helping that journey to educate life coaches so much more effective around the world. And again, putting a modern day spin on life coaching. I like to say that I offer the 21st century approach to life coaching. That means it's up to date, it's current, it's practical, it's relatable. And again, it's easy. It's also credible. That's something to note there. So, hey Chantal, how are you, friend? So I'm going to break out like 3 of the 7 lies people tell about becoming a life coach. I talked a little bit about this last week. I can't remember everything we talked about. So if I hit on some points that you've heard before, listen again, because learning and success requires repetition. Here we go. Number 1, a lot of people believe that life coaching is about giving advice, sharing your opinion, and telling people what to do. It's not. That is kind of like talking to your girlfriend. I'm going to leave that there. because that's something you should have already heard me say. If you've ever read this little book I wrote, it's a bestseller called The Life Coach. We got The Life Coach Revisited coming out soon, where I'm definitely diving more into this. Your quiz result over at thelifecoachquiz.com is going to tell you if you do this. Are you someone giving advice, sharing your opinion, telling people what to do? That's not coaching. That's being a girlfriend. Okay, I said no cheating for thelifecoachquiz.com. So I'm going to move on. Another lie, and maybe I'll share a bonus with you guys as well. Another lie that a lot of people believe about becoming a life coach. They believe that even though they're not certified, they're already kind of unofficially a coach already without the title or the certification or the certificate in their hands. And I just do not agree with that. I do not believe that is true. As a matter of fact, it is a lie. So if you are that person, you think you're already kind of an unofficial coach without the title, that's a lie. Now, let me tell you why it's a lie. It's a lie because if you've never invested financially, mentally, time-wise, effort-wise, in educating yourself on becoming a coach, helping people change their lives and have a transformational moment, how dare you give yourself an official professional title? That's a lie. That's like me walking into a hospital and deciding I want to help cure everybody here. Give me a white lab coat. I'm officially a doctor. Now, what I know about being a doctor is biology 101 in college 20 years ago. We're going to leave that right there. So, again, what I love about what I do in life coaching is I use relatable tactics to help you really learn what coaching is, how it's not giving advice, how it's not talking to your girlfriends, how it's not just claiming the title of coach, but it is being relevant, relatable, and more importantly, in my opinion, certified. Okay? Again, we're going to leave that there. And finally, number 3, maybe I'll do a bonus. Some people believe the lie about becoming a life coach is, and I've actually heard someone who calls themselves a coach tell other people to do this, and it just hurt my feelings, okay? They said, well, just believe that you're a coach and decide to start coaching people unofficially. That's like, for another example here, if you know, let's say you walk by 2 people in the park one day, you're out walking, you're minding your business, and you see 2 people in the park, and it's a girl and a guy or whoever, and one person is down on their knee proposing. And you're like, oh my gosh, that is so sweet. They're in love. They're going to get married. And you say, you know what? Because I'm out here walking and I've seen people get proposed to, and I've been to a couple weddings in my life. As a matter of fact, I've been married, but now I'm divorced, but I'm married again. I'm going to go over there and offer to officiate their wedding because I've decided that I believe I know what a minister. I kind of already know a little bit about relationships and love and marriage, and I've somewhat lived happily ever after. I want to go and offer them to marry them, officiate their wedding as their minister. Now, I haven't trained even online a little bit, but I've heard a couple of I do's, you know. So I just believe that I'm qualified. So I'm going to go and tell them I can marry them whenever they're ready. You see how ridiculous that sounds? I even felt ridiculous explaining that to you. That's what some people do with coaching. They believe that they can just say, you know what, I have the power to be a coach. And so I decide to start coaching unofficially. Who would like me to coach them unofficially? And then the end result is, in a lot of cases, my phone rings or my inbox starts to fill up with AJ. I've had a bad experience with a coach. They told me they knew what they were doing. They did not do it right. My feelings are hurt. And now I'm dealing with something called coach hurt. Now, if y'all have been a part of my tribe, you know I did a Facebook Live about that, and it's serious. Coach hurt is just as serious as a toxic relationship. A toxic relationship of any kind, in the home, in the church, in schools, in life. I'm going to leave that there because it's a very touchy very real. But this is what happens when people just decide to give themselves permission to be a coach and they decide to start, especially life coaches. We're going to dig into that a little bit deeper. Life coaching is centered around your clients and helping them get from one place to another. When you just decide that you're old enough, you feel like you're wise enough, you're just going to start blessing people by coaching them because you believe that you're a coach, you're kind of already unofficially a coach, and you love giving advice, you are walking down the path of potential coach hurt. And again, I get the calls and emails from people who have dealt with this. The person just walking in the park deciding, oh, yeah, I got an idea. I'll just call myself blank. And they do, and they don't have the proper education, training, practice, skills, or dedication to the profession. That's my biggest pain point with people who just decide to call themselves a coach. They go out and coach. They hurt people. But at the end of the day, they can hurt and run. There's no accountability. There's no responsibility. And now you have this toxicity within the coaching industry. And it gives coaches and the coaching industry a bad name. It causes doubt in the minds of people who really do want coaching, from people who really are invested and certified and learned in the skill of life coaching, because life coaching is a skill. It's not a science, but it is a skill that you can be professionally trained on. And again, if you're ready to take that next step, make sure you head over to thelifecoachquiz.com. Again, thelifecoachquiz.com to see, are you doing one of the three, giving advice or just deciding to call yourself a coach because you feel like you've already unofficially been doing so. Just want you to know that all of those are lies. Okay? That's the truth. I'm going to wrap up with this bonus. If you have questions, whether we're live or not, go ahead and put them in the comments below. I do want to shout out to my replay viewers. Thank you for listening. I'm always so grateful for you guys joining me, finding out the tip of the week. But I'm going to wrap up with this final tip. And it kind of brings everything together. And it's also another piece of bad advice that I've heard being given as it relates to the life coaching industry. Therefore, it's a flat out lie people tell about becoming a life coach. I heard someone say that, well, you can just tell people or say or call yourself a coach. I mean, you can even go to Kinko's and print out some business cards and sign your own certificate. I kind of don't even want to talk about that and how wrong it is. Please don't do that, you guys. I know the certificate that comes as a result of a certification process of becoming a professional, trained, skilled, qualified, certified life coach. That piece of paper that comes out at the end, that's really your confidence booster. Hey, it was mine too. I would not give myself permission to call myself a coach until I had that piece of paper in my hand showing that I had the permission to call myself a coach. And it wasn't just any piece of paper that I went to Kinko's and printed out. Like, I want to throw up in my mouth a little bit. It was a piece of paper that I had financially invested in, that I believed in myself enough to invest in training. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. So if you're interested in stopping yourself from participating in the lies of coaching is just giving advice or telling people what to do or talking like you're their girlfriend, or you're already kind of an unofficial coach without the title or the certification process or a certificate in your hand, or you believe you're a coach so you just decide to start coaching people unofficially and you hurt people, or you just tell people or say or call yourself a coach because you got a piece of paper you printed off at Kinko's with a signature on it that you signed yourself. I want to encourage you to stop everything you're doing right now. Stop giving into these lies that people have told you about becoming a certified life coach. Head over to www.thelifecoachquiz.com. Again, that's www.thelifecoachquiz.com. Take 60 seconds, invest in yourself, in your clients, and in your potential future as a life coach. Go find out if you've been telling yourself these lies, breaking these rules. I'm about to create some life coaching industry rules, honey. Okay. Take the quiz at thelifecoachquiz.com. See what your score is. It's going to really speak to your heart. Whatever statement you choose, it's not a good or a bad statement, good or a bad score, but it will be your reality check of where you are on the life coach certification journey and the process to really giving yourself permission to say, you know what, I am called to coach. I know I can help people. I know I've been doing it wrong because I don't even feel right about how I've been trying to help people. But if I could just find the right tools to help me on this journey, if I could just meet someone who would keep it honest with me about how to really be a good, effective, life-changing, transformational coach, I know I will be powerful. I know my skills are awesome. I just need to sharpen them and hone them in and polish them and find out if I'm doing this right. If you're tired of guessing, you're tired of going to Google, you're tired of trying to copy and paste what everybody else is doing. I just gave y'all another lie. I'm doing that, y'all. I got a free resource for you over at thelifecoachquiz.com. If you're really interested in no longer telling yourself these lies, living these lies, and then you wonder why you feel like a fraud in front of potential clients, again, I'm extending the invitation for you to head over to thelifecoachquiz.com. Head over to thelifecoachquiz.com. Remember, when you impact one life, you impact generations. There's someone somewhere. They are waiting on you to walk in your destiny so they can walk into theirs, because it's when you impact one life. I gotta say that again. You impact generations, but you also have to let your light shine, and you give others permission to do the same. I am Master Life Coach Trainer AJ Austin. You can tell I do what I love, right? I love what I do, helping you on your next step to confidently converting conversations to clients, cash, checks, and credit cards. I'm so excited about meeting you over at thelifecoachquiz.com. See you soon. God bless. Bye, y'all.